Hey, yo, peace, world. This is the R&B hippie, neo-soul rock star, Raheem DeVaughn, a.k.a. Radio Raheem. And you're tuned in to 4latest.com.
I'm on the phone today with Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Raheem DeVaughn, who has just released his first single, Bulletproof, from his upcoming CD, the Love War MasterPeace. We have him on the phone today to talk about the new project and what he's been working on since the release of his last CD. How's it going, Raheem?
Everything's good.
All right, cool. Definitely good to talk to you today, man. I appreciate your time.
Likewise.
Let's just hop into it, man. I definitely want to talk to you about the new single Bulletproof, which features Ludacris. I guess for those who haven't heard it yet, could you explain the meaning and the idea behind the song?
I mean, it's like best way to describe Bulletproof is just like in 3 to 4 simple words, like the revolution has begun. It's just my way of just definitely being out the box as an entertainer, performer, and speaking my mind. You know what I'm saying? And just having an impact on social issues and just where people's thinking is as a whole.
And I guess I want to step back just about a year or so ago and talk about something I definitely think you were definitely worthy of, which is your nomination for your Grammy Awards. Can I ask you, what was it like to be nominated for a Grammy Award, both in 2008 and 2009 for your singles "Woman" and "Customer"?
Definitely a huge honor. Being nominated for the Grammys the first year for "Customer," and then the following year for. Actually, the first year for "Woman," and then the following year for "Customer." Great experience. I was in great company. In terms of the talented people that actually won. So I'm looking forward to hopefully having more nods and actually bringing some armor home eventually.
Definitely, for sure, man. Definitely deserving of that. Let me ask you, Raheem, what does it mean to you personally when people talk about being successful as an artist? What does success mean to you?
What success means to me personally, I think just being able to take care of my everyday, responsibilities, and just being comfortable, and being able to look out for my loved ones, and just, it's just about how you measure success. So, me being able to do those type of things, and also just being consistent artistically and getting better at what I do. I think that for me, that's what success is all about.
Okay, all right. And where would you like to see yourself as an artist, say maybe 10 to 15 years from now?
Oh man, definitely. I would 10 to 15 years from now, I want to be an artist that's looked upon as somebody that was innovative, came in the game, changed the game, changed the rules, didn't compromise his music or his art, and just, has music that still feels timeless, that feels like it could come out, it could come out that 10, 15 years from now, or 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now.
And I guess speaking of being, artistic, I definitely want to, acknowledge the fact that your music, if not anything else, is very soulful and very eclectic even. Who were some of your musical influences growing up?
Oh, man, Prince, Bob Marley, Marvin Gaye, The Roots, Tribe Called Quest. There's just a couple different artists,
Right. And let me ask you also, Raheem, what do you think of today's music scene when it comes to R&B music?
I think it's music is constantly changing, and you got to be part of that change. You get those resistance sometimes from like radio and stuff like that. For artists like myself, it's gonna be a fight regardless. So when I do talk about something, it's a fight. For them to play the record, and then if it's something that's kind of club or what have you, it's still a fight either way, because I just kind of do things out of the box. So at this point, I'll take my chances on being out of the box and being different versus being on the norm, and and being somebody that, you know, kind of you hear now and you don't hear from later on.
Right, okay. And I don't want to pull too much out of you yet about the CD, but can I ask you to talk about anything, pretty much what fans can expect from the upcoming CD?
Oh, no, definitely, man. I can go deep, you know, definitely go into detail. The Love War MasterPeace, and that's Master P-A-C-E, is an album that'll be out in February. It's a double CD. We're still going back and forth on the marketing, packaging of it. Ideally, I think it may be half digital, half hard copy. You know what I mean? But it's definitely going to be a double CD. Half of the album is going to be socially conscious, which is the war side, and my first single, Bulletproof, which features Luda, is the first single off the socially conscious side of the album. Of course, you know, the video just came out, and it's MTV Jam of the Week. Getting a lot of ads. It was like Chicago was like the first record to, you know, first city to play the record. And I think that's a big statement, you know, at urban radio. Or, you know, as far as the violence and stuff that's been going on there, and it's going on all across the country, that, you know, Chicago, you know, raised the bar and stood up and played the record on a totally like urban station where they play majority of hip hop, and it's a top 10 phoner record.
Okay, all right. And pretty much, let me ask you, you know, how would you say this CD is different at all, if at all? You know, how would you say the CD is different, if at all, from your previous CDs?
I think it's more close. It's definitely more going in the direction of my first CD. You know what I'm saying? It came out in 2005. The Love Experience.
The Love Experience, right.
But not only that. I think it's definitely it's a true reflection of me and where I am with my artistry right now, and where I've always been. You know, I have 4 independent albums that were released starting as early as 2000, and the first album I ever put out was called The Healing, which is an independent project. It's a group I co-founded called Urban Ave 31. That music can still be purchased on iTunes, and that project was socially conscious, so it kind of set the guidelines for what I would do artistically, you know, and no matter where I go musically, I can't get too far away from that, you know what I mean? So I'm really taking it back to the essence. And it's just a matter of time and then just where we are as a people, you know, not only in the United States, but just globally, you know what I mean? Just to, like, it feels like, even in recording the record, like, it was refreshing to make a record like that, or, you know, it's a record that kind of just stands out and it makes a statement. And definitely something you have to listen and pay attention, and then you got to dumb it down and break things down, too. See what I mean? So that was kind of like, you know, also having Luda on the record, and then with all, you know, the social networking, Twitters and what have you, you know, once people actually saw the video, it's compelling and it just grabs them and stands out to the, you know, to the public.
Definitely. All right. I guess speaking of, you know, Twitter and online communities, pretty much as a way of closing, Raheem, where can people check you out online?
Oh man, I'm everywhere right now. My favorite social network these days is Twitter. Although I still do the MySpace thing, and I try to do the Facebook thing like once a week. But I'm on Twitter constantly as Radio Ra, and that's RADIO RAH. And you can check me out. I'm always streaming live. Also, Radio Raheem TV on Ustream, and got a gang of shows for you to check out. Try to go live at least once a day. And it's just, you know, hands-on, communicate with the people, man, get the feedback, spread the music. I've also co-founded my new label, which is 368 Music Group, and I have an artist by the name of Phil Ade, who's a 21-year-old rapper / singer who's blowing up. You know what I'm saying? The speed of light is doing this thing. So not only am I, you know, doing the artist thing still, you know, I'm wearing the hat of, like, you know, an exec now and building his movement as well.
Right, definitely. Like, I definitely want to applaud you for that, Raheem, because I knew even, like, since you said from 2000 to 2003, like, you're one of those few artists that don't mind hustling and even putting your hands in your own career. You know what I mean? A lot of artists are leaving it up to the labels, and you and I both know, you know, what happens with that. You know what I mean?
Well, definitely, man. I'm definitely going on the record, man. And anybody I work with, they're gonna have that drive and that hustle, and that artistry, and that's not something that you can really teach anybody to have. All you can do is mold it and shape it. And sometimes you see more in people than they see in themselves at the time. I definitely just putting it out there, man. It feels like something special, and it's just like more and more every day.
I guess pretty much definitely want to thank you for your time, Raheem. We're definitely looking for the CD. You said February 2010.
Yes, sir. The Love War MasterPeace.
All right. Appreciate your time, man.
All right, thanks a lot.